Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of KaoshKraft. We're at our casino once again, and I've done a little bit of stuff since the last episode. As soon as we walk in, you're already seeing, look at these! We got these awesome, fancy looking little plants all around the place that just, that just changes up the place a whole ton. Like, look at that. It already looks like 10,000 times more beautiful and fancy. It's like, what? So fancy! It's just like, I barely did anything, so it's crazy. That's all I really did with this floor, but it really does make the place look really nicer. But that's not what we're doing today, guys. For the most part, I think this first floor is pretty much done. Since last episode, we did go over here, and we finished up adding in these converters for the casino chips, and to casino chips into cash coins. So this setup is kind of done. Everything really on the first floor is looking awesome. But yeah, today we actually got to go to the second floor, or not the second floor, but maybe even the third floor, because we're actually going to be working on some of those things today, if we can get our elevator to work. Whoop! I also added this little bit of a fence around here, so that we could actually look more like a balcony, but looking nice from up here. It's looking nice from up here. But yeah, let's go ahead and take it up another floor, where you're going to notice, oh my gosh, this place is looking pretty. We got some windows up in here. And before, this floor actually had the purple block as the interior, and it didn't look so good. So what I did was I replaced it with this block and this to make it similar to the first floor, but then I went outside and I built another layer using the purple so it looked like it did on the before, but now we actually have a better looking interior. Like, I like purple and all, but I think it's not as good for an interior design block as the clay would be. But if we actually go out here, you'll see that we still have a good old purple block basement floor right there, or not basement, but just a purple floor, but it's still the really cool color on the inside, so it actually looks really cool still. So we just look at that. It's looking fancy. Oh, I love how I say it's looking fancy. We've got a giant face of fancy up on here. I gotta remove that. Why am I so lazy? We've got a giant Canadian flag and a fancy face on our casino. My God, I'm the laziest. Holy moly. I gotta get my act together and clean that up. But for now, I guess I'll just leave it there for a bit longer. I'll work on it after in a bit. But let's go on up here, because this is where we're working today, guys. We are working. Oh my God, why you being all funky? Why you being all funky, elevator? Come on, just work. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna be working on this floor today. We're gonna be working on this floor because today is the day that we start working on some of the actual casino related things. So what I actually want to do today is this is going to be the floor dedicated to the higher class sort of games, like the card games and the like roulettes and stuff, and maybe blackjack and those kind of things, rather than the slot machines we'll do in the future. I just feel like these feel like more like the high class games, the actual card games and all that. They just feel like they're more intense rather than just spinning a slot machine. So that's what this floor is going to be. So this floor is actually going to contain, if any of you guys have heard of the thing called Flint, it's a gambling game that we've played on the KaoshKraft server. A bunch of the people have played it, and so I was thinking we could actually build a Flint table in here, maybe a Russian roulette table, and all sorts of funky casino type gambling games. So that's what I'm thinking we're going to be doing today. Now, I don't really have any specific plans other than that I want to work on that stuff. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know how it's going to turn out. It could just be an utter catastrophe, but I'm going to get working on that and see how that goes. But right here, we got to have some more of those little plots, like potted plants here. Like, look at that. Place is already looking fancy. Holy moly. How can just a simple potted plant make the place so fancy? I don't know, guys. I don't know. But I'm going to get started working on some of the stuff for this floor. And I'll catch up with you guys once I actually have gotten going with some of this stuff. Okay, guys, so we are back. Basically, I've gone ahead and placed a bunch of these little plants all around here. And then on this side of the room, I actually built a little area for our Flint games. Now, this is a pretty simplistic table, but I think it looks really good. Basically, I'm not fully sure all the rules of the game of Flint because I haven't been a part of one of the matches just yet, but I mean, when better to start than having a match in my own casino? But basically how it works is the odds are based on if someone they right click or they punch or whatever, they go ahead and they scoop up their little gravel, and if it turns into a piece of flint, you stay in or you're eliminated, and all of that has to do with you winning based on what people have bet, and people will be ending up betting the little casino chips, and that's what people win. And so that's kind of how that's gonna work. Obviously, if we end up actually playing a game of flint, we'll end up actually explaining the rules better, because I don't fully know how they all work out. But there we go, we've got that. But next, what I wanted to go ahead and start doing was I wanted to build a roulette table. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to be fully functional or whatnot, but I still want to make one. Now, how I was thinking about doing this is by going ahead and building a simple design like this, and then alternating like this, and then going ahead and using black here, right there for that design, which is very similar to how a roulette table would have. They would have their red and black in a casino. But what I want to do right here is I want to actually go ahead and loop this around like that, kind of a little circle there, and put a little minecart on it. Now, the reason this is here is because people, based on how this is going to go, is people are going to drop a coin or whatever they're betting. So let's say, oh, I'm betting myself some white tulips, some good old white tulips. I might win some more white tulips. But basically, they would put it on that corner right there. And then what would happen would be someone would go ahead and maybe push it or something. And based on what angle it is on when it lands, it'll be on that side. So right here, that right there, that card is actually in the top corner where we put our flowers, which would mean we'd win and we get more flowers. So that would be kind of how that works. And it would be kind of cool like that. And I think it's a neat little thing. It's not too crazy, and it's not really like it's all super automated or whatnot. It's just a simple little thing that can be here in case people want to do another little gambling of a game. And we might even want to go ahead and add a bit more, maybe something on the edge right here to symbolize if you want to bet on the top half or the bottom half instead of just one of the corners. So that might be something I want to add there as well. But in order to do this, this kind of looks bland. We might want to actually go ahead and make ourselves some trapdoors, because this is looking a bit icky. We gotta get some trapdoors at least to make it look a bit better. Let's go ahead and, oh wait, no. Haven't made trapdoors in a while, obviously. Going ahead and I'm trying to make silly little, what was I trying to make there? I ended up almost making slabs. Goofy me. But yeah, if we go ahead and place some like this, that'll actually make this thing look a lot cooler. I actually really like how that looks when we do it that way. So we can do it all along here. Oh no, that's the wrong place, man. What am I doing? What am I doing? But there we go, we can place it there. And I can end up going ahead and placing them all around there. But I definitely want a little bit more of something to be right here. I'm not sure what color wool or whatnot I want. I'm thinking maybe we can just end up, for now, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to place some more of this stuff right there. And basically these will just indicate the top and the bottom or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll maybe pick a different color wool and whatnot in the future to symbolize. Because I definitely want people to be able to bet, come here and place something on these four, and if they win 4 times what they put down. But if you put something on one of the top or bottom ones and you win by it landing on the top or the bottom, or the top and the bottom, and then you'd win 2 times what you put down. So I want that to work that way so that you don't have to take crazy odds. You can try and win by just betting on something that you're likely to win. But okay, I wanted to go ahead now, and I wanted us to make just a bit more of those little slab things or trapdoors, just so we can go ahead and finish placing those puppies all around here. And oh my god, I still need 2 more. I am such a doofus. But okay, after this, I wanted to actually go ahead and place a few more of these things around the place, because we've got this thing down. We've got the flint area, and we've got the little the roulette table, but I actually wanted to do a bit more decorating because I have a bunch of flower pots. I grabbed a bunch of flower pots back from the house. I went over to our house and I got us a bunch of clay, and I made a bunch of these pots, but I wanted to put them around here a bit. We have some flowers around here. I put them on here on this table to symbolize like little cups. Like you got your little cup as you play, your little drink as you play the game. But I think we should actually put some in the windowsills because that's one of the really big benefits we have from going ahead and doing this too thick wall here that we have. The clay on the inside and the purple blocks on the outside. The really big benefit is we actually have little windowsills. So we really want to try and take advantage of that because it means we can put these little cups all along here, and we can even put these little flowers in them as well, which would be really cool. I've got a bunch of flowers I brought with us. We've got these guys. We'll just put them randomly around here so we can have all sorts of flowers around here. Man, this place is already looking pretty, and we barely even touched the surface of it. But after I finish this, I'm actually thinking I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try and think of what I want to do for this side of the room because I'm not fully sure what I want to do there. I was thinking we could do some sort of a like a blackjack table, but I don't really fully know what that would really require. But I also want to get a bunch of carpets in here as well. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go tackle some of that, and I'll come back to you guys once I actually have some progress in that situation. But right now I don't even know what I'm doing with that. So I'm going to go ahead, do that, and I'll catch up with you guys in just a bit. Okay guys, we are back, and I've done so. After coming back, you can already see we've got some nice carpets here that they fill in the room real nice. We got some more nice carpets. You guys may have noticed that this is like the same design as downstairs. I've been using it everywhere, but I really like it. I think it's a really good design. It has all these very neutral colors that look really decent in any room, and then I use the same colors here and kind of a checkered pattern to put it there to fill in it with this thing. But you can see I changed up this little table here a bit, and with good reason. So basically the first thing I did was I put these little carpets on top of signs instead of using the actual blocks so that we could actually tell what each of these blocks means. So basically if these blocks, if you put your bets on this one right here, you'll win if the cart is facing that direction, and likewise for all of these. So basically these signs signify the direction that the cart is facing. But oh my god, I'm getting laughed at by a witch from somewhere, and it's driving me absolutely nuts. Oh my god, I'm going crazy. Oh my god, where is this witch? Oh my god. I'm just trying to explain this to you guys, and I'm hearing a laughing witch. Where in God's name is she? Holy moly. I'm gonna go crazy. Where is she? What? Where's the witch? Oh my god. This is how people go insane. This is how people lose their sanity. This is how it happens. Huh. Oh my god. Okay, let's just try and ignore it for a minute here. Let's actually shoo. We don't need to hear hostile creatures. Okay. I'll deal with it later. We don't have to think about it for now. But that's basically what I did here. I think it's really cool. But I also went ahead and put a little bit of a, what's it called? A powered furnace cart on here instead of a regular furnace. And that's really cool because I'm not sure if this is a bug, but I discovered that if you go ahead, oh wait, okay, never mind. This isn't a bug, but maybe it is. But if you right click on a furnace, you don't have to have anything in your hand, and it'll start rotating. So we can just right click, hold, and at random let go, and then there we go. We'll have our what it lands on. So that's really, really cool. At first I thought we had to have wood items because you cook wood items and that was getting it to move, but I guess not. All you gotta do is hold your right click and this thing will spin like crazy. Then you let go and it'll stop on your item. So there we go. That's really cool. So you can go ahead, bet your door on this one, and yeah, let's bet that door there, and then the dealer spins it. Let's go, and we didn't win. Darn. And then that would go to the winner, I guess, or whatever. But basically, this is really cool. I really like how this design works, and maybe we'll actually go ahead and play around with it in the future, but it's looking good. But I actually started working on something else over here. This is going to be our last thing that we need in this area, but this is going to probably be the most complicated. Oh my goodness, this thing is going to be so complicated. But basically, I've decided to go ahead and make an actual card system. So I was thinking, how are we going to make how are we going to make blackjack? How are we going to do any of those card games, poker, all those things. And then I realized, what if we actually set up a randomizer that gave us random cards that we could give ourselves like a set specific amount in your hand? And so I actually decide, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna name a bunch of pieces of paper. So we got ace of spades, 2 of spades, 3 of spades, and then I'm planning on writing out for each of these by going ahead to an anvil and naming them. But basically, I'm hoping that I can make this work. This could be a horrible situation. This could work, this could not work at all. But my hope is that I can basically get it so we have a full deck of cards, and we make it so it goes through a first chest into a dropper, which then when a dropper is powered, it puts out a random signal, so it'll put out one of these randomly. So we've got an ace, 1, 2, 3. So if we put our ace here, then we put our 2, wait, oh shoot, yeah, whatever, then 2, our 3, and our 4, and then we just flip this switch. It's not going to be in order. It's going to be ace, 3, 4, 2. So that's not in the same order. So that kind of randomizes it up. So my goal is to hopefully be able to make it so we have a full chest of this, and when it's, oh my god, how are you here? Where are you coming? What? Oh, I guess this place is too dark. I guess I'll have to light it up. Oh my god, what a shame, right? What a shame. I guess I'll have to light it up somehow. I don't know. This place is, where do I even put light? There's light everywhere. My goodness, what do I do? Whatever, I'll figure that out later. But basically, if we get this whole, we have a whole chest full of these these cards. Then we'll have it go through a randomizer, so it all is in a random order. And then we'll have a system like this, which basically, it's a clock. So basically when you flip it, it'll just spit out cards. So you can have all these cards in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can flip it off when you've got enough cards. So basically you can use this system for any game you want to play. So if you want to play blackjack, you only want 2 cards. You flip it 1 for 2, and then you let go. We can even slow down these timers, so it'll be like 1, 2, and then you flip it off, so that person has the amount of cards they need, and that'll work for blackjack. But then if you go ahead and you want to play poker, you can flip it on for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you flip it. And so basically, this will be able to be used for all sorts of card games we ever want to play on this server. So I want to get this thing working. But as you know, Yield, the not the best redstoner, this has been I've been messing around with this for a bit, and it's been a disaster. So I've got to work on it for a bit longer. I'm hoping that maybe we can even store a bunch of this junk in this wall right here, so we can have plenty of room in the actual casino. I want the casino to look nice. Everything else in the casino area is looking really good. I mean, look at this whole room here. This looks awesome, and I'm not even kidding. This place looks awesome. But looking here, it's just like I don't want to have a bunch of mess all over the place. So I'm hoping I can manage to hide most of this stuff in here, and then we'll be able to do all the card gaming out there. Maybe I can even have it just so like we go in here to get our cards, and then we play out here around a table. That might work. I don't know though. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try my hardest to get this thing to work, and then I'll meet up with you guys. If I've done it, if I haven't, I don't know. It's a toss-up, but have your fingers crossed. Let's hope I can get this card game to work. Hello guys, so I've just finished making most of our cards for this game. After finishing up the mechanism, oh my god, I did it guys, I did it. I made the mechanism, I made it work. But I haven't made all of the cards. I kind of ran out of levels, I just noticed. But I'll go ahead and I'll finish up the cards in a bit. But for now, I'm going to show you guys the system because it's working. It's working for the most part. Well, I mean, it does what I've made it do, but it could do what it does a bit better, if you catch my drift. But basically, this cart right here is where we put all of our cards when we're done with them. And then we click that button, and it's going to go ahead, and it's actually going to go ahead and it's going to send those cards back into the machine back here. Okay? You following me? It's going to send it all the way up this line, which is going to put the cart right above here, which starts depositing all the cards into this chest, which then gets dropped into here, which then gets put into this this thing right here, which is a dropper, which will then, when we actually call upon it, will shoot out those cards at a random order. Now, the problem is, this is where it could do what it does better, is that this is only going to mix up the cards every 9 cards. It'll mix them up. But if we actually want it to be really, really random, we're going to want to copy this system right here a couple times to make it so it actually has to do the 9 randomization a bunch of different times. But currently, that would be taking a bunch of space, and I don't really want to do that right now. Currently, right now, it does it good enough, in my opinion. But okay, what we do now that that's back there, we can actually call back our cart if we'd like by pressing that button. But now, if we need our cards, oh, we've still got a buttload of cards here. I gotta go ahead and put those all back there because I was just testing earlier. So we can go ahead and we can dump all these back in there. And then we can send this cart back there as well. Let's do that right now, actually, if I can grab the last couple of these. Okay, we got them. And then we can now go ahead and shoot this puppy right back there. Whoa! I love it. I think it's awesome. But now that that's back there, it's depositing all of those cards into the system. But now what we do is every time we want a card, we just flip the switch back and forth. So that got us 1 card, which will be here right now. We got the 10 of diamonds. But like if we want to play blackjack, we'll only need 2 cards. So we'll get our 2 cards right there. And we'll be good. And we can take them out and go play with our hand. And then the other people will take their cards. But if we actually are playing something like poker, we can get 5 cards, so that'll be 3, 4, 5. And then we'll go in here and we'll get all 5 of our cards, which is awesome. And then we'll just take them out, and there we go. We've got all of our cards. And what's super cool is we can actually just scroll through our inventory now, and we can see the name of all of our cards, which is, we got a lot of diamonds here, guys. Ooh, man, we might have a good move coming up. But yeah, that's super awesome. I'm loving it. This thing has actually come out. I mean, this is, oh my god, right? You guys, this is Yield you're looking at. Yield pulling off some sort of crazy, like, wizardry. Like, you gotta be kidding me. You guys seeing this? This is Yield with the redstone. Like, what? This is absurd. Who could have even thought this could have occurred? But guys, I actually think that is where we're gonna call it today. We've actually had some crazy progress. This whole floor is done. This whole entire floor is done. This is an actual floor that is actually gonna get some use now. This can actually, we could actually open up the casino right now. We could do that if we wanted to, because people could actually get some use out of it right now. Although the next floor is going to be the slot machine floor and all sorts of things, all sorts of cool machines, we still have this whole floor open that is all ready to go, which is super cool. People can now come on, they can trade for their chips at the for their casino chips down on the first floor. They can come up here and then they can start wagering them for some awesome card games, which is super duper cool. We got the roulette too. Oh my god, everything is awesome, guys. Everything is looking awesome. And I hope you did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure to drop a like. It is much appreciated. And leave me some comments, guys. I want to hear what you think of this awesome looking casino. It's coming together real nice. It's coming together real nice. But if you haven't already, make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The links are in the description as well as on the top of the screen right now. But for now, this is what we're going to call it. I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. And I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye.